What happens when a live television moment spirals into something no one expected? In this video, we are going to dive deep into a dramatic, cinematic, emotionally intense recreation of a shocking on-air clash, captured in a full 3-part scripted narrative. The studio lights come up slowly, like a sunrise that feels just a second too bright. The Today Show set hums with controlled chaos. Producers whispering into headsets, camera operators adjusting focus, the band finishing a soft intro sting that fades beneath polite applause. Everything looks perfect. Everything always does. Gwen Stefani sits on the cream-colored couch, legs crossed, posture composed, a practiced smile resting on her face. Platinum hair flawless. Outfit curated down to the last thread. She looks like the icon the audience expects. But behind her eyes, something is already tightening. Savannah Guthrie glances down at her cue cards. Hoda Kotb leans in slightly, warm smile fixed, the kind that feels reassuring to viewers at home. The red love light flicks on. Savannah turns to camera. Welcome back. This morning, we're joined by global pop superstar, fashion icon, and coach on The Voice, Gwen Stefani. Applause rises. Gwen nods, waves gently. Hoda laughs. You've been busy as ever. New music rumors, fashion launches, and of course, your very public love story. Gwen chuckles softly. Yeah, life's been full. The first few minutes are smooth. Safe questions, tour anecdotes. Gwen relaxes, shoulders lowering just a fraction. She's done this 1,000 times. Then Savannah shifts. So Gwen, she says casually, too casually, you've talked a lot about reinvention over the years. From No Doubt to your solo career. Do you ever worry that some people see you as more relevant for who you married than what you've created? The air changes. Gwen blinks once. A microsecond pause. Almost invisible. I don't think of it that way. Gwen replies evenly. My work's always spoken for itself. Savannah nods, lips pressed together in a thoughtful smile that doesn't quite reach her eyes. Of course. Though critics online sometimes say your brand now leans heavily on nostalgia and your relationship. Hoda shifts uncomfortably. Social media can be brutal. Savannah continues anyway. There was even a viral clip calling you America's favorite throwback, suggesting you've stopped evolving. The audience chuckles nervously. Gwen's smile tightens. I've been evolving my whole career, she says. That's kind of the point. Savannah tilts her head. Some fans miss the old Gwen. The raw edge. Do you ever feel like you've softened yourself for mainstream approval? That word lands hard. Softened. Gwen exhales through her nose. She glances off camera, where a producer is watching, eyes wide. Gwen looks back. I don't think maturity equals weakness, she says, voice calm but lower now. And I don't think being happy should disqualify your artistry. Applause tries to start. It dies halfway. Savannah nods slowly. But happiness doesn't always make great art, does it? Silence. Hoda jumps in. Art comes from all kinds of places. Savannah doesn't look at her. There's also been criticism about cultural appropriation during earlier eras of your career. Some say you were never really held accountable. The temperature drops. Gwen straightens, uncrossing her legs, hands folding together deliberately. That's a conversation I've addressed many times, she says. With respect, I'm here to talk about my current work. Savannah smiles thinly. Of course, but accountability is part of growth, isn't it? A beat. Then another. The band doesn't play. The audience doesn't clap. Gwen's jaw tightens. Her voice, when it comes, carries something sharper. I've always taken responsibility when I've learned better, but I won't accept being reduced to headlines designed to provoke. Savannah's eyes flick to her cards again. I just think viewers appreciate honesty. Gwen laughs once, a short, humorless sound. Honesty cuts both ways. Hoda places a hand lightly on Gwen's arm. We're so glad you're here. But Savannah interrupts. One last thing. Some people say your image now feels manufactured, almost like you're playing a version of yourself. That's it. The smile disappears entirely. Gwen looks directly into the camera. Millions of people watching in real time feel the shift. I've spent 30 years being myself in public, Gwen says. If that looks manufactured to someone, maybe they've confused vulnerability with performance. Savannah leans back. That's not what I meant. Gwen nods slowly. But that's how it landed. The producer's voice crackles faintly through an earpiece. Wrap it up. Savannah forces a laugh. Well, Gwen Stefani, everyone. New projects coming soon. Gwen stands. Not abruptly, not angrily. She simply stands. Gasps ripple through the studio. I think I'm done, Gwen says quietly. Hoda's eyes widen. Gwen? I agreed to an interview, Gwen continues, voice steady. Not a character assassination disguised as curiosity. Savannah's smile freezes. This is live television. Gwen nods. I know. She looks once more into the camera. And so is dignity. She steps away from the couch, heels clicking against the polished floor. A camera operator instinctively tracks her, then hesitates, looking to the control booth for guidance. Cut to commercial, someone whispers urgently. But the feed stays live. The audience is silent. Gwen reaches the edge of the set, pauses, turns back. I've been interviewed by people who challenged me, she says, and I've respected them. This wasn't that. She walks off. The studio lights feel harsher now. Savannah swallows. Hoda exhales shakily. Well, Savannah says, forcing composure, we'll be right back. The screen fades to commercial, but the damage is already done. Backstage, Gwen strides down the corridor, breath shallow now, the adrenaline crashing in. A producer rushes after her. Gwen, please. She stops, turns. I'm not your villain, Gwen says softly. I'm your guest. The producer nods, speechless. Gwen keeps walking. Outside, social media explodes. Clips flood timelines. Hashtags trend worldwide. Viewers argue, defend, attack, replay every second. Inside the studio, Savannah stares at the desk, cue cards trembling slightly in her hands. Hoda leans toward her. That went too far. Savannah whispers back. We're here to ask tough questions. Hoda shakes her head. There's tough, and then there's unnecessary. The red light turns on again, and America watches the aftermath unfold. But this is only the beginning.